Hello again. This is study 4 from 100 Classical Studies. It's by Gariboldi. It's marked Andante quasi largo, which means walking pace but more like a slow movement or slow music, even slower, slow walk in other words. It has a low C sharp towards the end of the first line. C sharp, low C sharp is played like low D, but this time with this key on. Not the C roller, but the one next to it. Now remember that it requires a lot of air effectively to get from there all the way down the flute to here, because the first place that air escapes is in fact the C key. Okay. There are quite a few leaps in this piece, particularly in the fourth line. So you can hear that. The fourth line also has several accidentals, C naturals, because of course the key of D major is F sharp and C sharp. It also has a D sharp and then returns to C sharp. And it has some trills at the end. Trills are rapid alternations of the written note to the note above. Let me show you. Just here and here. The trills are E to F sharp with a D sharp to E turn at the end, and also A to B with a G sharp turn. I'll just play those for you. Sorry. That's E to F sharp. E to F, of course, is like I mistakenly played to begin with. Sorry about that. So that bar is E trill to A trill. So it goes. Which of course you hear in a lot of classical music, a lot of romantic music, a lot of music. Trills come under the label of ornaments. In other words, they ornament the music. Okay, I'll play this little study for you. Quite a lot of arpeggios, D major to begin with. I think that's a really lovely study. There is also a study that appeared in Learn as You Play Flute. There it was abbreviated. This is the full version. It has semiquavers. Be careful, it's in 3/8 time. It goes at quite a lick. Here we go. And it's a good idea to put some vibrato, if you can, on the long notes. There are 3 count notes, dotted crotchets, in several places in the piece. And also semiquaver runs towards the end as well. A lot of dynamics, a lot of staccato notes. That's the complete study. Just be careful of the central section because it changes key. And also the dynamics. Important. There's a pause over the final F as well. Try and make it as musical as possible. I mean, this is the end result, really, of playing flute well, isn't it, to make something musical? Right. Well, I hope that's useful. I'll carry on at some point. Maybe with the studies of another composer. Studies are essentially to do with one technique wrapped up in a little piece. I suspect the first study we looked at today, study number 4, are the trills and the low C sharp. With this one, I suspect that it's the semiquavers and the combination of slurring and staccato as well, plus dynamics. So a lot of these Victorian studies are there for a purpose. Many composers wrote studies for piano, violin, flute or whatever. It was largely to do with domestic music making, of course. People could learn an instrument and then perform for their friends or join an orchestra, join a local orchestra. So really the 19th century was really quite wrapped up in that, and the early 20th century. It's always been the case, hasn't it? That it's great to play an instrument at home, teach yourself, and go for some lessons somewhere. Okay, enough of my rambling. See you again. Bye.